What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlemania here, back with another video. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including the rumored Wrestlemania card, WWE wrestlers are unhappy about Wrestlemania, John Cena vs Logan Paul cancelled, Brock Lesnar's original plans, WWE debuting a new match, Sheamus trolls Drew McIntyre, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new channel, Wrestlemania Shorts. And now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at spoilers of the rumoured WrestleMania card. Atop of today's news are rumours on the matches being booked for this year's Mania. Fans already know about the 3 matches involving the Raw Women's Champion, the SmackDown Women's Champion, and the Undisputed Champion. Fans also have a good idea where some programs are headed and how they could lead to various matches at Mania. Wrestling News' Patreon site recently provided a list of rumoured WrestleMania matches, so skip to our next story if you don't want to see the possible spoilers. The first is the Undisputed Tag Team match as Usos take on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, the United States Championship match as Austin Theory takes on John Cena, Intercontinental Championship match as Gunther takes on Drew McIntyre. While it looks like Gunther vs Drew McIntyre will happen at WrestleMania, there are also murmurings about it becoming a triple threat match involving Sheamus. Brock Lesnar vs Omos. The potential Brock Lesnar vs Omos could be a swerve to set up a final showdown between Brock and Bobby Lashley. Edge vs Finn Balor. This match seems like a lock after Balor destroyed Edge on the 20th February Raw. The biggest question is whether the WWE will go with a Hell in a Cell match between the two. Seth Rollins vs Logan Paul, Rey Mysterio vs Dominic Mysterio, and Bray Wyatt vs Bobby Lashley. While this seems like one of the riskiest matches in Lashley's career, the WWE seems to be ready to put the Almighty up against Wyatt despite the harm it could do to Lashley's character. WWE Women's Tag Team Championship as Becky Lynch and Lita or Io Sky and Dakota Kai vs Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. Who will defend the tag team titles against Rousey and Baszler is uncertain, but check out our next news story for more details on how things could play out. Next up, WWE booking Becky Lynch vs Ronda Rousey. Could fans finally see a rematch between Lynch and Rousey? There's been talk of the WWE booking a WrestleMania match between the Man and Rowdy Ronda ever since the epic match at WrestleMania 35, where Lynch defeated Rousey and Charlotte Flair in the show's main event. Lynch's controversial win over Rousey, as Ronda appeared to have her shoulder up when she was pinned, left the door wide open for a rematch once Rousey returned to WWE in 2022. However, the match didn't happen last year, and going into this year's WrestleMania, it seems less likely due to Lynch and Rousey being on separate brands. However, there's now speculation that Lynch and Rousey's focus on tag team wrestling could lead to a clash at this year's Showcase of the Immortals. Becky is teaming with Lita on the 27th February Raw to take on WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Io Sky and Dakota Kai. Likewise, Ronda Rousey has been teaming with Shayna Baszler, a move which follows Ronda's comments in interviews that she'd like to chase after tag team gold. Several pundits have analysed the situation, including Cageside Seats, who suggested that tonight's tag title match could see Lita and Becky emerge as Women's Tag Team Champions. If WWE is looking to book a Women's Tag Team title match with maximum star power at WrestleMania, a victory for Lynch and Lita tonight would put them on a clear trajectory towards a title match with Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler in Hollywood. There have also been rumours of a 6-woman tag match between the teams of Damage Control and Becky Lynch, Lita and Trish Stratus, rumours which would suggest Lynch might not battle Rousey. Would the WWE want to book both matches at WrestleMania? Also, is it possible the WWE might scrap a 6-woman tag match and have Trish fight Bayley in a one-on-one bout? There are several suitable scenarios, and fans will want to tune into tonight's Raw to see how things play out. Next up, WWE wrestlers unhappy about WrestleMania? Are some WWE superstars upset with the card so far for Mania? Based on our analysis of reports from Wrestling News, it appears there are 2 factors upsetting some wrestlers. The first has to deal with the number of celebrities and WWE legends on the show. Wrestling News' Patreon site reports there are also some happiness about some of the slots on the show being used by legends and celebrities. Obviously things could change, but those we spoke to were not happy about being involved in the company's biggest show of the year in LA. Wrestling News also brought up the story that Triple H wants this year's WrestleMania card to feature less matches than previous years. In prior years, there was an effort to include as many wrestlers on the card as possible, and a Battle Royal would be added to the card to at least give the undercard a chance to be featured on the show. We're told that this year, there is no Battle Royal planned and only a small handful of talent are being used. If the reports of wrestlers' unhappiness are true, we have to wonder which factor is more to blame. The idea that WrestleMania has too many celebrities and legends doesn't hold up when you note that the only legends so far are John Cena and Lita. As for celebrities, did Logan Paul even count? The WWE and Paul have made it clear that Logan is a WWE superstar, albeit a part-time one. If Triple H is cutting back on the number of matches, it's understandable how wrestlers might be upset that their chances of finding a spot at WWE show of shows are diminished. However, the idea that WrestleMania 39 is crowded out with celebrities and legends seems difficult to support. Likewise, we don't know exactly how many matches will take place at the show of shows, but based on what we've seen, it doesn't seem to be a major reduction in bouts. It's also important to remember that the WWE's Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which is a fun if meaningless match, has been taken off WrestleMania and moved to SmackDown. Perhaps the WWE could move it back to WrestleMania and give wrestlers an opportunity to work at Mania properly. Next up, Logan Paul vs John Cena cancelled. What happened to Paul vs Cena at Mania? While it appears the YouTuber turned WWE superstar is headed for a collision with Seth Rollins, there was talk for some time that Paul would face John Cena. Indeed, Wrestling News noted sometime in the fall, WWE had Cena penciled in for a match against Logan Paul. In fact, Cena teased this on social media and Paul has stated he would love to have a WrestleMania match with him. That was the match that was planned as of December, but by January they pivoted to Logan Paul vs Seth Rollins. So what happened? Well, Ringside News has an interesting theory that John Cena wants to use his legendary status to help young talent get over, and in this case, the idea of putting full-time performer Austin Theory over instead of part-timer Logan Paul makes a lot more sense. Which match would have you preferred? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, WWE preparing another NXT champion for the main roster. It looks like another superstar could be on their way to the main roster. Former NXT Women's Tag Team Champion Zoe Stark recently worked live events, with PW Insider reporting that WWE had her wrestle so they could get a look at how she does before main roster audiences. Stark, who signed with WWE in 2021, is the latest NXT star whose name has come up as a possible prospect for Raw or SmackDown. Next up, WWE debuting a new match. Does the WWE have a new match it's preparing to debut? Let's look at a recent trademark application for WWE and see where it fits into its booking plans. Wrestling News is reporting that WWE recently applied for the trademark for Jailhouse Street Fight. This match sounds like something right up Dominic Mysterio's alley, as the ex-con Dom likes to boast about how prison life hardened him. With rumors that Dominic will fight his father at WrestleMania, fans could see the street fight at Mania or a subsequent match depending on how long the WWE lets this feud play out. Next up, Brock Lesnar's original plans. The Cena vs Theory isn't the only Mania bout that appears to have been changed from a previous plan. While the match has yet to be confirmed, Omos vs Lesnar appears to be the WWE's plan for the Beast Incarnate at Mania. While the match has a hostile fight to it, it isn't seen as the best use of Lesnar at the WWE's biggest show of the year. Indeed, fans heard rumors about Lesnar fighting Gunther at Mania or Stone Cold Steve Austin, so was Omos a fallback option for WWE? Ringside News tweeted about Lesnar and Omos saying, Brock Lesnar's WrestleMania match drew a ton of attention because most fans don't care for it. We can confirm Omos was not the original backup to the Austin match. In fact, there have been several backups pitched all around, and this is the one that got put on the card. And finally, Sheamus trolls Drew McIntyre. And last but not least, Sheamus had some fun at Drew McIntyre's expense when the team formerly known as the Banger Bros teamed up with Braun Strowman to take on the Bloodline. As McIntyre stood on the turnbuckle, Sheamus lifted his kilt, causing a loud reaction from the crowd in attendance. Strowman also found the bit amusing and joined in on the laughter. But there you have it folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.